What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Disney Cars unboxing. Today we are going to be opening Grem and Acer with helmet. And before I get into this video, I'd like to say thanks for all the support on my last video. In that video, I unboxed Van Scanlane, and you guys seem to enjoy that video pretty well. And now we're going to open up the last packaging that I got for Christmas, and this one, I think I'm the most excited for this one because I've been wanting this 2-pack since they came out, and I've always wanted Acer with helmet since he was released in the movie scene with it was an exclusive 2-pack with Professor Z released in 2012. So I'm very excited to get both these guys. So without further ado, let's get into a look at it. So right off the bat, I really like the card art for these two guys. Really enjoy that. I like them both. You can see they actually put some detail in the card art because you can see the what would that be called? Like the lens for the helmet. It has some dirt details on it. I like that. It's from the oil rig getaway. This is when the app was so advertised. I'm pretty sure I'm guaranteed it's dead right now. This Grem is 7 out of 8 in the packaging, and Acer's 8 out of 8 in the packaging. So these are the two last cars released in the series, and I actually officially have everyone in this series now. On the back, we have all of this. Advertisements, very disappointing. I'm glad they don't advertise this anymore because this app wasn't even necessary. It was a very bad app. I only used it twice, and in those 2 times, I got bored very quickly. And this scanning thing, for me, it just never worked. So I'm kind of happy the app's done for. The description for the series reads: the Lemons think they've tracked Fennec missile on an oil rig, but the secret agent plummets into the ocean for a dramatic escape. Great. You can see that this was a 2016 release right there, and this was when China was still producing cars, but now it's Thailand. So anyways, that's basically the whole premise of the packaging. Again, I'm very excited to get this guy these two out of the box. So we'll be back with Acer and Grem with helmet out of the packaging. Okay, here's Grem and Acer's helmet out of the packaging, and I gotta say they look absolutely amazing with these helmets. So let's go over Acer first, since he's been with the helmet. This is technically his second release with the helmet. I don't have the 2002 variation of Acer's helmet, so I don't quite know if there's any differences, but I'm pretty sure Disney Docker has done a review on this, and he actually has the 2012 release of him. So he if you can watch his video, he may be able to point out some differences on the character. But right off the bat, you can see he has this aggressive expression. Love it. You can see he has the Acer logo right there. A good amount of mud detail in this model. Really, really enjoy that. You don't even get that many Acer models with dirt on like the rims, on like the fender of the car. Yeah, that's what it's called. This is the fender of the car, if you didn't know. So I'm very glad they're doing that. You can see that they have the word road hug on it, and then it has some other stuff like pacer, road hug again, and then that's probably like the tire pressure. And then it says good something, good pro or something, I don't know. Basically just tire information. But I just really like the detail they put on this character. On the back, you can see his license plate. It reads Fishbowl AMC, which is the company that made the Pacer. And then it says Ace right here. The bumper, it's a lot darker than the other models, I believe, but I'm not quite sure. But we will be comparing them. The helmet, nothing much about the helmet. It's all plastic. This thing right here is not bendable. It's very, very stiff, which I actually kind of like. And the visor on them looks absolutely amazing. Not much detail on the helmet, but overall, I like the release of this dude. He looks pretty cool. He was the base of Acer. Basically, like any other Pacer or Acer that you own, they have to credit Pacer because it is a car brand. And now on to Grem, which I'm a little more excited on because, like, I always like when Mattel releases Grem variations. I don't know why. There's something about me that like really enjoys the Gremlin model over the Pacer model, even though both models are pretty cool and interesting. You can see that on this, the visor for him does like a little goofy thing with his eyes, but for Acer, doesn't really do that. Probably just the way the model of the car is made. But anyways, let's get into a review with him. You can see right here, it says Gremlin. It's a Gremlin X, there's the symbol for it. He has a smirk, and you can actually see his teeth on this model. You can see his teeth on Gremlin's weapon, but this one shows more of his teeth. You can see that they put some good detail on the bumper. Good headlights, pretty well detailed. This mic, the mic piece is covering up that, but if you can shift it over a bit, there you go. You can see the headlight. That's the only thing that's bothering me at the moment. Is like the visor is kind of like messing with his eye expression. On the side, you can see Gremlin X again. Some dirt rust details on the side of him. On the back, you get to see his license plate, which reads Wrecked. Generic license plate on all the Gremlin models have been released on that, but not J. Curry Gremlin, who has a different license plate. And then the other two Gremlins that were released with the torches, you don't get to see the license plate because the two, I believe the oxygen tanks or something, they're blocking the license plate to cover it up. You can see part of the Gremlin logo right there. The detail on this guy looks absolutely amazing. Rusty rims. Here's the base to Grem. If you are interested, you have to credit Gremlin because this is also an existing car brand, which doesn't exist anymore, but you can still, in some places, you can still like pick up Gremlins like at like a scrapyard or something. You can buy one and like fix it and bring it back to life if you want to. Same thing with the Acer, the Pacer, sorry. So now, let's get on to comparisons. So first off, let's compare the Acer models since we reviewed Acer first. So the first one is Acer, the original one. Okay, let's put him over here. So we're going to first we're going to be comparing the original Acer model to Acer with helmet. You can see mine is been used a little bit. I had this back since 2012, 2011. This is a pretty old model. This model is coming up around 10 years, close to. It's like 8 years old at the moment, I believe. Pretty old. It's crazy. But anyways, you can see there's a little bit of difference. The paint jobs, like the coloring of the paint, I don't know, this one just seems a lot more glossier, maybe because his paint job is fading. That might be it. Wheels are completely different because the original model was released with gray tires, when now the variations of him are being released with clean black tires. He kind of looks good in black tires, not gonna lie. They had definitely succeeded in the detail department on Acer. They always impress me when they add detail on the Acer model. And like I said before, they add dirt on the fenders. They didn't do that with the original model. The back, everything seems the same. Just a lot more detail in the back than there is on this Acer, and I'm pretty sure I'm correct about this. the detail on the bumper, yeah. The bumper seems to be a little darker, possibly a little smaller. Like this one seems to be a little thicker. So they definitely have done well with Acer. And I'm pretty sure there might be some more variations of Acer coming along the way, but I think we're mostly done with the Acer and Grem variations. Okay. Another one I'm going to compare to is Acer's headset. I got this one last year for Christmas. You can see the detail on the bases, or the one with Acer's headset seemed to do a better job with the base details. But again, this one has a lot more dirt on the fenders. They did add some dirt around the ends of the fenders on this model. You can see it there, like curving around the fenders. But did on the back ones too. That's nice. This one has a trim, a silver trim along the windows. Very well done. Very glad with this. I don't think this Acer has trim on the windows. Yeah, Acer does not have trim, it looks like. Because this might just be a 2012 Acer put into a 2016 packaging. But either way, he looks pretty nice. Looks great with his headset variation. So now we have two Acers with headsets, just in a different style. And last but not least, Acer with weapon. But this is technically Acer's luggage cart, because you see he has the emplacement for the luggage cart, but I don't have the luggage. I do have the luggage cart, but it's up on the shelves. So I just consider this one Acer with weapon, because it was basically just a 2-in-1 when you bought this guy. Very nice. The bumper on him is just pretty clean and a lot darker, so that's kind of disappointing. This one also has dirt on the fenders. So yeah, overall, the Acer variants look pretty cool together. And now onto the Grem ones. So now we're going to do Grem variations. So first off, we're going to get the original Grem model, and this is the one from the 2-pack. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys know this, is that if you got the one from the 2-pack, he had a smaller eye window for the eye expression. But if you got him in like a single release, I believe, you would have gotten him with the wider expression. Like for these ones, you see these ones here, he has like a wider eye expression. But if you got him in the 2-pack with Damage Dry Hook Red Knight, which is what I did, you would have gotten a smaller window for him, I believe. And I'm pretty sure a small model, a little bit, because you see this model is not as wide as this one, so you would have also gotten a thinner version of Grem as well. And you see this Grem is used a lot as well, because I also got this guy back in 2011, and I just loved this guy. He was my first lemon, and I was just having a great time with this dude, and I was excited for more Gremlins being released. And whenever a Gremlin got released, I tried my best to get it as soon as possible. And now I have all the Gremlins released from Cars 2. Because that was the main thing I focused on when I was collecting Disney cars. In that time period was like, my main focus was the lemons. Mostly because it was my favorite genre of character in the movie. And now I mostly have I actually do have all the lemon characters. I just don't have all the lemon variations. I'm missing Acer and Grem in Trouble, even though that's not really a variation. That's basically just them in the original model with different eye expressions. And I'm still trying to get the canceled release of J. Kirby Grem with Weapon, even though that's pretty hard to come by nowadays. Here is Grem with headset, more likely when he, but this is basically Grem with camera, because he was released with the camera that shot the race cars. But let's just call him Grem with headset, since I'm just showing him with the headset. The bumper thickness seemed to thin down. But overall, he looks pretty good. This is a release from like 2014, I believe. Not that bad. Okay, and last but not least, our final comparison of the Grems is Grem with Weapon, released in 2013 in the Airport Adventure series. One of my favorite variations of Grem, mostly because of the expression, but it was pretty cool to get him with a weapon. We have Grem with Weapon, we have Acer with Weapon, and we were going to get a J.K. Grem with Weapon, but that was sadly cancelled because he was supposed to come out. He was coming out around the time that Cars 3 was being released, and so Mattel canceled him, so Cars 3 characters can be pushed into stores. So that made me pretty disappointed in Mattel. But hopefully he will be released in the future, but if not, I'll just try to find someone who has them and get it from them for a decent price. So yeah, that's basically it for the comparison of all these guys. They actually look pretty nice together. So for a final look at all these guys before we end today, we're going to be putting all of the variations in one place. There we go. Let's zoom back a bit so we can get them all in frame. There we go. Looking absolutely amazing. I love it. Love it. You guys look amazing. They actually look pretty good all together. Look at all those variations of Acer and Grem we got. So yeah, guys, this is basically it for the review of today. Before we end, I'd like to say, which one is your favorite Grem and Acer variant? I would have to say my favorite Grem variant is Grem with Weapon. Even though the Grem with helmet is pretty cool, I just like Grem with Weapon a lot more. For Acer, it's a little harder, even though I own 3 Grem variations and 3 Acer variations, and they're all the same because we have headset, weapon, and we have helmet. But now all we need is Acer's torch. That's my next variation of Acer I'm trying to get. But anyways, my favorite Acer variation, Acer with Weapon is pretty cool. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go between Acer's headset and Acer's helmet because they're both my favorite ones out of the Acer variations, but my favorite Grem is Grem with Weapon. So guys, that's basically for the end of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and yeah, thanks for watching this video, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.